Hey friends, so you may have seen that I shared a link to Save Our Supplements. And so I have read about it and I've heard about the government thinking that there needs to be more regulations around natural health products. And I just wanted to share my take on that and my experience. So I did look up one article where the government was trying to explain why they think that there needs to be more regulations on natural health products. And essentially, what this means is it's going to end up costing us a lot more money, and the natural health products already cost a lot because they have to go through a Health Canada process, which costs money and time, and the quality ingredients cost a lot of money. You can get a lot of no, I'm not going to focus on the negative side of things. To buy the foods and things that my body wants and needs, it costs more because they are a higher quality. I can't just eat cow's dairy. I have to eat goat or sheep, which is a lot more money. A lot more money. For a bar of cheddar cheese, we are paying about almost 3 times as much for not the same amount. So there's already huge costs involved with living a holistic, authentically aligned lifestyle. And many could say, well, so don't eat that way. So if I didn't eat that way, I would still be stuck in the medical system, going to doctor's appointment after doctor appointment after doctor appointment after doctor appointment, where they tell me your levels are fine, everything tests fine, you're okay. For years, that was my experience. For years. I was in pain, I had discomfort, been diagnosed with multiple invisible illnesses. And what has shifted my life? Saying no more pills. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not trying pill after pill after pill. And literally at one point it was multiple, many different birth control pills because hypothyroidism and PCOS, endometriosis. And that's their solution, is just you take a pill that they made in a lab. My body was so messed up, it wasn't even funny. Now, because I said I was not going to focus on negativity, so let's focus on today. So I'm going to show you something that one of my kids noticed the other day. Okay. This is the, when you get a prescription, the record there. Okay. So the first date on this record, okay, before this record, it was a different pharmacy and we had a lot more. Trust me, a lot more. So this first one was December 6th, 2012. Eye drops. And then October 8th, 2013, eardrops. So we were regularly there. My kids had the same issues I had with ear, nose, and throat. I remember going to an ear, nose, and throat specialist probably more than once myself when I was a teenager. But what stood out to my kid who was looking at this was 2013, October 8th, 2013. And the next date above that is October 5th, 2020. 9 years. 9 years, no prescriptions. And the only reason needed a prescription in the fall of 2022, is because we had already been waiting since the middle of July for a semi-urgent surgery date that still hadn't happened. And this issue could only be fixed by surgery. The other pills were, that was for the same reason in October, because the issue kept getting worse, wasn't fixing it. That was after the surgery for pain medication. Didn't take all the pain medication. And then that was after surgery as well. And then had a complication, Mother's Day. It was really fun. So saw the surgeon, a couple weeks later, and more pills, and those didn't work. What has been working, so speaking of saving our supplements and saving natural health, what has been working is for the specific issue, silver, and some of the things that I use, and making sure chakras are balanced. That has been a significant change. So I share this because it's important. It's important to know it's not just, for the people that take vitamins, they're going to lose their vitamins. No, it's going to cost more. And for me, for example, when I shifted my health and I shifted my lifestyle, I needed the vitamins and minerals and omegas. I needed them. My body needed them in a very big way. This is my citrine crystal. I love it. I still take them. Not every single day, but most weekdays. The weekends I seem to forget, which I should do today. Do that now. I don't even remember the last time I had a prescription. I did have an issue back in maybe 4 years ago. And so I thought, because of where the issue was, I went to the doctor, and that didn't do anything either. So my body just continually reaffirms to trust my intuition. So in those 9 years, there was some issues, obviously, right? Kids aren't healthy all the time, especially at those ages. And my wall that I have in my house with oils, nature's medicine. It really is. It has helped all of us maintain a balance in our life, because that's what it is. It's not about fighting the symptoms. It's about, or the system. It's about supporting your body to be balanced in the way it wants to operate at an optimal level. That's exactly what it is. When you're fighting the symptoms, the body's not healing. And I say that from my experience too. And the other thing I wanted to share about sharing, holistic health, and since I've already mentioned about the system, little ways that you can create your own freedom. So we went out to one of our local, kind of like a market, all cash. Prices are better. It's fresh. It's great. We went out there. That's where we get our goat cheese, a lot of it, and sheep cheese. And my bread flour for my sourdough bread. And then we came back and went to our local farm and picked up some chicken and some eggs, both fresh. Last night we had stopped at our local butcher and picked up some ground pork. We made some homemade spring rolls last night. I made some sourdough bread dough, and I baked the bread this morning. Little ways that you choose and create the freedom for you, away from the system. Yes, there's stuff that we have to buy, obviously, at the grocery store. Toilet paper, it's on sale. Yeah, it's about just seeing the bigger picture of everything. And I see how this is being pushed, that, they're trying to make it sound like it's for our safety, that there needs to be more regulations. Well, first of all, the company that I deal with, there's a lot of regulations for Health Canada, a lot. And what really kind of rubs me the wrong way is that they're trying to regulate something that does help people. They're claiming that there's barely any studies, that there's, that a lot of these things, there really isn't documented studies. There is. There's also paid studies to say that pharmaceuticals are better. There's kickbacks. They don't push these things from the goodness of their heart. They push them because they get kickbacks. A doctor misdiagnosed my husband from an x-ray that we have a picture of that's clear as day, that the metal's broken and the bone is shifted and there's 2 screws touching, and he prescribed anti-inflammatories and told him to come home and do nothing. They're motivated by the pharmaceutical industry. And there's one way to change that: with your dollar and with your time. I have personally felt the shifts in myself. I can feel there's some anger I still need to get rid of. There's going to be some big changes in this modern medical world, and a lot of people are going to be really shocked and they're not going to know what to do. Take your time now to research nature's medicine. There's such a variety of, it's not just essential oils, it's not just Reiki. There's so much. There's herbs, which are, essential oils come from plants and herbs are dried. Mother Nature is magnificent. And every single pharmaceutical has something that they've copied from nature. So doesn't it make sense to go back to the original? It does.